I asked Gemini to roleplay as my grandmother and rate the Genshin characters from 1 to 10.
Okay, let's see this lovely lady. Well, she certainly looks elegant and sophisticated, doesn't she, dear? Like a librarian from a magical place, perhaps, with that big pointy hat adorned with a rose. Very stylish. She has a pretty, gentle smile, maybe a little bit knowing, too. Her purple dress is very elaborate, very fancy, but oh my, it's quite revealing, isn't it? That see-through lace panel and cut so high on the sides is rather daring. She's holding a lovely glowing lantern, and she has purple rose petals and little sparks floating around her, quite enchanting to look at. She seems very mature and knowledgeable. She's a very beautiful and elegant woman, but that dress is a bit too bold for Grandma's taste. For her sophisticated style and enchanting air, let's give her a 7/10. Okay dear, let's take a look at this young fellow. My, he looks very serious and focused. Quite intense with those sharp blue eyes and that interesting light blue hair. His white and blue outfit looks very neat and tidy. Maybe it's some kind of uniform for a special job he has? And would you look at all that ice? Snowflakes, ice shards swirling around, and even his big sword looks like it's made of ice. Brr! He certainly has a cool theme going on, doesn't he? Maybe he controls ice? Those blue papers floating around look like magic spells, too. He seems very composed and disciplined, perhaps a bit serious compared to some of the smiling faces we've seen, but he looks very capable. For being so cool, composed, and having such an impressive frosty style, Grandma gives him an 8/10. Okay, let's have a look at this young man. Goodness me, that's quite an entrance. He looks incredibly intense, doesn't he, honey? Very serious, with that fiery red hair matching all the flames around him. He is quite handsome, though, and dressed very formally in that dapper black coat and white shirt, like a young nobleman. But wow, look at that giant flaming sword. And it looks like there's a huge bird made of fire. A phoenix, maybe? Right behind him. That is absolutely spectacular. He certainly looks very powerful, maybe even a bit intimidating with that serious expression. Doesn't seem like the type to laugh and joke around much. He's very dramatic and certainly makes an impression. For looking so sharp and wielding such incredible power, even if he looks a bit stern, Grandma will give him an 8/10. Alright, let's see who's next. Oh my, this young lady certainly has a flair for the dramatic, doesn't she, sweetie? She's a pretty girl, certainly, with that long blonde hair, but she looks awfully serious, maybe even a bit haughty. And she's covering one eye while wearing an eye patch on the other, very mysterious. Her outfit is incredibly elaborate, almost like a costume for a stage play. Lots of black and purple, ruffles and bows. It's quite detailed, though rather revealing in the front there with those stockings. It's a very unique style, I suppose. And look at that big, dark bird behind her. It looks like it's made of purple lightning, just like the energy around her feet. Very striking indeed. She definitely has a memorable look, very theatrical. It's maybe a bit much for Grandma's taste, and she doesn't look overly friendly, but it's unique. Let's give this dramatic young lady a 7/10. Okay, let's see this young lady. Well now, isn't she the picture of elegance and competence? She looks very poised and responsible, honey. Her hair is tied back neatly, and she has such a calm, focused expression, like she's ready to handle anything. Her outfit looks very smart, like a distinguished uniform. The blue, white, and gold are lovely together, and look, she's wearing proper white pants. Very sensible and practical, but still looks quite official and elegant with the little cape. She's holding her sword with such grace, and all that swirling light green energy around her looks like a gentle breeze, quite beautiful and magical. She seems very dependable, someone you could really count on. You know, I think she's just about perfect. Graceful, capable, looks responsible, and dressed sensibly. Grandma is giving this fine young lady a 10 out of 10. Very impressive. Alright honey, let's see this young man. Well now, he certainly looks confident, doesn't he? Almost sly, with that little smirk. Very handsome fellow, with that dark blue hair, and, oh look! Another eye patch. It seems to be quite the trend. His outfit is very flamboyant, isn't it? Quite the statement with the fur collar and all the details. Showing a bit of chest there too, Very stylish, I suppose. And look, he has ice powers too, just like that other serious boy we saw earlier. He definitely has a lot of charm and confidence about him, though maybe he looks like he might be a bit of a smooth talker, haha. You'd have to keep an eye on him. He's very dashing, I'll give him that. For having such confidence and style, even if he looks a tiny bit mischievous, Grandma will give him an 8/10. Okay, let's have a look at this young lady. My goodness, she looks like she's moving at the speed of light. Very energetic and focused. And what interesting hair, dear. Styled up like little cat ears, isn't that unique? She's quite pretty, with those purple eyes matching her hair, though she looks very serious. Her dress is quite fancy, purple and elegant with those flowing sleeves. Like some of the others, it's certainly very short in the front, paired with dark stockings. I do wonder about the practicality sometimes. She looks incredibly fast and skilled, though, holding her sword like that with all those purple lightning copies zipping around her. Seems like a very efficient and perhaps perfectionist type. She looks very capable and has a very distinct style. Grandma will give her an 8/10. Looks like she knows how to get things done quickly. Okay, sweetie, let's see this one. Well, she certainly looks like she knows her way around the stars. Another big pointy hat, and she's surrounded by stars and planets and water. Quite the little astrologer or magician, I'd guess. She looks very pretty, but also quite confident and maybe a little proud. But oh, honey, her outfit. My word, it looks for all the world like a fancy swimming costume with a cape. That can't possibly be comfortable or practical for anything other than swimming, can it? It's very, very revealing, dear. Grandma isn't so sure about that at all. The stars and water effects are lovely and mystical, but I just can't get past that outfit. Because it seems so impractical and revealing, even though she looks confident, Grandma has to give this young lady a 5/10. Goodness, now this woman looks incredibly elegant and important. Like royalty or the head of a major company, perhaps? She's absolutely stunning, dear. That long white hair is styled so beautifully, and her eyes look very sharp and intelligent. She carries herself with such grace and authority. Her dress is magnificent, so luxurious with the white and gold, it looks like fine silk. Very elegant, like something from traditional paintings. Yes, it's cut very high on one side, showing a lot of leg, but the overall look is just so sophisticated and regal. And look at those huge golden gems floating around her, and that intricate screen thing behind her. She must be very powerful, maybe she controls jewels or the earth. She just exudes confidence and sophistication. For being so incredibly elegant, poised, and looking so powerful and in control, Grandma gives this remarkable lady a 9/10. Truly impressive. Alright, let's see who we have here. Oh, what a sparkler. This young lady looks absolutely full of pep. Just look at that big, bright smile and those wide, cheerful eyes. She seems incredibly energetic and friendly, like she's excited about whatever adventure she's jumping into. She's all dressed up in her red adventuring gear, ready with her bow and arrow, quite the little archer. And isn't that just adorable? That little floating bunny doll next to her, looks like her little mascot. How cute is that? She seems like she'd be a ray of sunshine to be around. For pure cheerfulness, energy, and just being downright adorable, especially with her little bunny friend, Grandma's going to give this one a 9/10. She looks like a whole lot of fun, honey. Okay, let's see this young lady. Oh, what a sweetheart. She looks absolutely darling, honey. Those blonde pigtails tied up with little ribbons, her big blue eyes, and that lovely blue and white dress. It's all very pretty and quite modest, too. Look at all those music notes and stars floating around her. Is she a little singer or a musician? It certainly looks like she brings a lot of joy with her. Maybe she helps people feel better? She's even got little splashes of water at her feet. She just looks so genuinely happy and kind, giving that little peace sign. Such a positive, wholesome vibe about her. For being so utterly sweet, cheerful, and just looking like a lovely person, Grandma will give this one a 9/10. She seems like she'd brighten up anyone's day. Alright, let's see this one. Wow, now this lady looks like she means business, honey. She has such a commanding presence. Very striking with that long dark hair, those intense reddish eyes, and an eye patch too. Adds a bit of mystery, doesn't it? She looks incredibly confident and sure of herself. And my goodness, look at that huge sword she's holding. With all that purple lightning crackling around, she looks very powerful, like a warrior or maybe a ship's captain who's seen a thing or two. Her outfit is quite elaborate, very dramatic with the red and black. It is quite short, showing a lot of leg, but perhaps it's meant for action? She seems like a strong leader, someone incredibly capable. Very impressive, for sheer confidence, power, and looking like she could handle absolutely anything thrown her way. Grandma gives this impressive lady a 9/10. Let's see this fellow. Oh, look at him. He looks like he's just bursting with energy and ready to take on the world. What a determined look on his face, swinging that sword around with all those fiery whooshes. Very exciting. He's got that adventurous look down pat, doesn't he? With the goggles, the practical shorts and boots, and all those pouches, seems like he's prepared for anything. He looks like a real go-getter. You know, he seems like the kind of kid who puts his whole heart into everything, even if maybe things don't always go perfectly smoothly for him. Bless him. You just have to admire that spirit. For all that wonderful enthusiasm and never-give-up attitude, Grandma's going to give this spirited young man a 9/10. He seems like a good kid to have on your team. Okay, let's see this young lady. Well, isn't she interesting? Is she a knight, or perhaps a very well-armored maid? It's quite a unique combination, honey, but she makes it look rather charming. She has such an earnest, determined look on her face, but seems very sweet and polite underneath it all. Like she takes her duties very seriously and works very hard. Her outfit, while unusual, looks quite sturdy and covers her properly. And look at that big sword she's carrying. She must be quite strong. Those glowing golden shields around her look like some kind of protection, like she's ready to defend someone. You know, Grandma really likes her. She seems so earnest, so helpful, strong yet gentle. Just a very dependable and hardworking young lady. I'll give her a perfect 10 out of 10. She seems like a wonderful helper to have around. Okay, honey, let's see this little darling. Oh, what a tiny little thing. She's quite cute with her purple hair and eyes, and that interesting little hat with the paper tag dangling off it. Her outfit looks like some kind of traditional clothes, quite modest and detailed. But goodness, she looks so serious. Almost a little sad, or perhaps just very, very quiet. Not much of a smile on her face, poor dear. And look at all those little blue ghosts floating around her, and the ice and paper tags. It all looks very mystical, maybe even a little spooky, though the ghosts are kind of cute in their own way. She's definitely unique and adorable in a quiet sort of way. She makes you just want to give her a warm hug. Even though she looks a bit solemn, she's quite memorable. Grandma will give this little one a 7/10. All right, dear, let's see this young man. Oh, my, this one looks like a real wild child. Like he grew up out in the forest somewhere. Look at that shaggy gray hair and those intense red eyes. His clothes look a bit rough and tumble, practical for the outdoors, I suppose, though his top doesn't cover much. But goodness me, what is that giant purple claw thing hovering over him? It looks like a huge spirit paw made of lightning. Very powerful, and maybe a little bit scary. He looks like he's ready to leap into action at any moment. He seems very untamed, maybe doesn't trust people easily. Makes you want to make sure he's alright, maybe offer him a good meal. He's certainly unique. For being such a striking wild child with that incredible spirit power, Grandma gives him a 7/10. Needs someone to look after him, perhaps? Okay, let's see. Oh, isn't he just delightful? What a whimsical young man. He looks so cheerful and lighthearted, honey, with that playful wink and those bright teal eyes. His braided hair and the little green outfit with the cape and beret make him look like a little bard or a sprite right out of a fairy tale. The shorts with stockings are certainly a unique look for a boy, but it fits his fanciful style. And look, he's holding a beautiful little harp. He must be a musician, bringing lovely tunes wherever he goes. All that swirling green wind and those pretty white flowers around him are just magical. He seems so free-spirited and full of joy. You know what? Grandma thinks he's absolutely charming from head to toe. For being so utterly delightful and bringing such a feeling of music and springtime, he gets a perfect 10 out of 10 from me. Oh, this studious little sweetheart again. Yes, Grandma remembers her. The one with the glasses and those absolutely adorable little ears poking through her green hair. She seemed a little shy, but very bright and sweet, with those lovely glowing butterfly wings behind her. A very unique and charming young lady. If I remember correctly, sweetie, I gave her a 9/10. Okay, let's see who this energetic young lady is. Well, isn't she just a bundle of joy? Look at that huge, happy smile. It's absolutely infectious. Her hair is tied up in adorable little buns, and she looks ready for anything in that outfit, even if it is rather short, dear. She's leaping into action with her spear, and, oh my goodness. Who is her little friend? Is that a little bear? And it's breathing fire. What a surprising and unique companion. She seems so incredibly cheerful and full of life, maybe a little mischievous too. Just bursting with energy. For that wonderful, infectious smile, her boundless energy, and her very surprising little fire-breathing friend, Grandma gives her a 9/10. She looks like she'd be a lot of fun. Okay, let's see this young man. Oh, he looks like such a polite and proper young gentleman. Very neat hair, and kind golden eyes. He seems quite studious and maybe a little reserved. His outfit looks very smart and formal, dear, with the dark blue coat and nice details, though wearing shorts with such a fancy top is certainly a unique choice. He holds his sword very gracefully, and look at those magical blue swords made of water floating around him. Very impressive. It looks like he's quite skilled. He just seems like a very well-read, polite, and graceful young man. Grandma really likes his refined manner. Let's give him a 9/10. What a nice young gentleman. Okay, sweetie, let's see this little one. Oh my goodness. Would you just look at her? Isn't she the most adorable little elf girl? That bright red outfit, the cute hat, those big hopeful eyes, and that happy grin. She's absolutely precious. Like a little doll. And she has a cute little bunny backpack too. She looks like she's having the time of her life. But wait a minute, honey. What are those round things floating around her? They look like, well, they look like little bombs with faces on them. And is that smoke behind her, like something went boom? Oh dear, she is absolutely adorable, maybe one of the cutest little things I've seen, but she looks like she might be a real handful. Playing with bombs doesn't seem very safe. Grandma is torn. She's a 10 out of 10 for cuteness, but maybe a little lower because she looks like she might accidentally blow something up. Let's settle on an 8/10. Keep an eye on that one, dear. She's precious, but looks like trouble. Okay, let's see this little one. Oh my stars, look at her. A little kitty cat girl. How absolutely adorable. With her pink hair, big green eyes, and those cute little cat ears and tail. She's just precious, honey. And look at that expression, winking and sticking her tongue out just a little bit. She looks full of sass and spunk. Is she dressed like a little bartender? With the cap and vest? And look, there's a cocktail shaker floating next to her, along with all those icy blue stars and paw prints. Maybe she makes special cold drinks? She might act a little bit grumpy or sassy, but she is just too cute. What a unique and charming little character. Grandma thinks she's absolutely darling. For being such a spunky and adorable little kitty, she gets a perfect 10 out of 10 from me. Alright, honey, let's have a look at this young man. My, he looks like he's having fun riding that big wave. Very energetic and full of action. He's got that vibrant reddish hair and a very confident look on his face, maybe even a little bit cocky with that smirk. His uniform looks practical enough for jumping around like that, I suppose. And look at all the water he's controlling. Swirling all around him like that, it looks very powerful indeed. He seems like someone who really enjoys a challenge and maybe likes to show off his skills a little bit. He certainly doesn't lack confidence. For being so energetic and powerful, even if he seems a tad arrogant, Grandma will give him an 8/10. Quite the dynamic fellow. Well now, look at this little rock star. She looks like she's ready to put on one heck of a show, doesn't she? What a unique style she has. Lovely dark skin, and her hair is up in those spiky buns, very bold. And she's got a big, confident grin, just full of energy. Her outfit certainly matches that energy, quite edgy and revealing, like a real performer. And she's playing some kind of fancy guitar or maybe a banjo? With fire bursting all around her. Goodness, she must play some very loud and exciting music. She looks so passionate, just loves being on stage, you can tell. What a firecracker. For having such amazing energy and real rock and roll spirit, Grandma gives this young lady an 8/10. Rock on, sweetie. Alright, let's take a look at this gentleman here. Oh, my. Now he looks incredibly distinguished and powerful. Very handsome, with those striking amber eyes and such a calm, wise expression. And he's dressed impeccably, dear. That long formal coat looks very elegant and expensive, a real gentleman's attire. But goodness me, Look at the power around him. Is that a meteor? All that exploding rock and golden light. It's absolutely spectacular. Yet he seems so calm and in control amidst all that power, holding that glowing cube. He carries himself with such dignity and authority, like a king or a very wise leader. Truly, truly impressive. You know, Grandma thinks he's just magnificent. For looking so dignified, wise, and incredibly powerful, he gets a perfect 10 out of 10. Okay, let's have a look at this young man. Well, he looks very elegant and thoughtful, doesn't he? Like a scholar or perhaps an artist. Very handsome with that light blonde hair and striking teal eyes, and he seems so calm and composed. His outfit is quite stylish, that white coat looks very smart. Wearing shorts with those tall boots is certainly a unique fashion choice these young folks have, but it looks neat enough. And my goodness, look at the magic around him. Standing on a giant golden flower, with all those other beautiful golden flower symbols floating about. It's quite spectacular and very pretty. He seems like a very intelligent, calm, and graceful young man, perhaps lost in his thoughts or his work. Very refined. Grandma thinks he's quite impressive. Let's give him a 9/10. Okay, sweetie, let's look at this young woman. Oh, my word, she is truly beautiful. Just exceptionally graceful, with that long flowing blue hair and those gentle purple eyes. And are those little horns? Very unique. She seems very serene, maybe a little bit sad or thoughtful. Her ice magic looks so delicate and pretty, too. But heavens, honey, her outfit. It's just like that other girl, the astrologer. It looks like a skin-tight bathing suit or something. Why would such a lovely, graceful young lady wear something so incredibly revealing? It just doesn't seem right or practical at all. It's such a shame because she looks so elegant otherwise. Grandma just can't give a high score with an outfit like that, dear, no matter how pretty she is. It takes away from her grace. I'll have to give her a 6/10, mostly because she herself looks so lovely, but those clothes just won't do. Oh, dear. This young man looks like he's carrying such a heavy burden. He has very striking features, that dark hair and intense golden eyes, but his expression looks so serious, almost pained or angry. Not a happy soul, it seems. His outfit looks like something a warrior would wear, and look at all those spears and the swirling energy around him. He looks incredibly powerful, but also like he's in the middle of a fierce struggle. He doesn't look approachable at all, honey, like he prefers to keep to himself and maybe carries a lot of sadness. It does make you feel a bit sorry for him. He looks very strong, no doubt about that, but seeing such unhappiness is difficult. Grandma will give this troubled young warrior a 6/10. I do hope he finds some peace. Well now, who do we have here? She looks like a real little trickster, this one. Very striking, with that long dark hair and those pretty flower-like red eyes. Her little hat is quite distinctive too. Her outfit is certainly a choice. Those coattails with the shorts and only one stocking up. Very unique style indeed. And look, she has a little ghost friend floating next to her. Isn't that curious? Looks like a friendly ghost, though. She's surrounded by fire and pretty glowing butterflies too. Quite the combination. She seems like she's full of playful mischief, maybe enjoys telling spooky jokes or pulling pranks. She's definitely got a lot of personality. For being such a unique and mischievous little character, Grandma gives her an 8/10. What a sparkler. Okay, honey, let's see. Oh my goodness. Well, this is quite a look. She seems very stern, doesn't she? A very cold expression on her face, not welcoming at all. And her outfit, dear, is that supposed to be like a nun's habit? But all cut up and worn with fishnet stockings and sharp points. Goodness gracious, that seems awfully revealing and not very practical or respectful. She's holding a large spear, and there's ice all around her, so she looks powerful, yes, but also quite intimidating and dangerous with those sharp fingernails too. I have to be honest, sweetie, Grandma doesn't really care for this look or attitude. She seems very cold and unapproachable. Because of the very revealing and strange outfit, and the unfriendly look, I can only give her a 4/10. She's just not my cup of tea. Let's see this young lady. Oh, she's another bright spark. What a friendly, cheerful smile she has. Very pretty pink hair and those interesting little horns. Quite unique. Her hat is certainly eye-catching too, like a very fancy graduation cap. Her outfit is full of energy, red and white, though like many of these young ladies, showing quite a bit of tummy and leg there. What is she holding? It looks like some kind of official seal or maybe weighing scales. And all the fiery effects around her are very bright and exciting. She looks both very cheerful and quite intelligent, like she really enjoys her work. She just seems like a bundle of positive energy. Grandma likes that big smile. Let's give this bright young lady a 9/10. Let's take a look at this young lady. Oh, she's incredibly graceful. Like an ice dancer floating across a stage. Very beautiful, with that lovely light blue hair and such a poised, confident expression. She carries herself like nobility, perhaps. Her outfit looks like something a performer, maybe a figure skater, would wear. Quite elegant in some ways. But my goodness, it's another one of those skin-tight bodysuit things, isn't it? Very, very revealing, honey. Still, look at that magnificent sword made of ice she's holding up, and all the frost and snowflakes swirling around her. It's a beautiful display, looks very powerful yet graceful, like a dance. She's undeniably elegant and powerful, but that revealing outfit is just too much like a costume for swimming or skating for Grandma's taste. For her incredible grace and power, let's give her a 7/10. Truly beautiful, but needs a bit more fabric. Oh, now this young man looks so calm and gentle. Quite peaceful. He has such kind eyes and a serene expression, doesn't he? His hair is tied back neatly, and his clothes look like beautiful traditional robes, perhaps Japanese. Very elegant and respectable, with those lovely maple leaf designs. Holding his sword so gracefully, and look at all the wind and pretty red maple leaves swirling around him. It's like watching autumn leaves dance on the breeze, just beautiful. He seems like a very kind, thoughtful, and gentle soul, maybe even a poet. There's just a lovely sense of peace about him. Grandma thinks he's absolutely wonderful. He gets a perfect 10 out of 10 from me. Oh my, what a vision! This young lady is the absolute picture of grace and elegance, honey. Just look at her. Her hair is styled so beautifully, and she has such a calm, dignified, and gentle expression. She carries herself with such poise, like a princess or a highly skilled dancer from a faraway land. Her outfit looks like a beautiful traditional Japanese gown or maybe ceremonial armor. It's incredibly intricate and looks very noble with the dark blue and gold. It's much more modest than some of the others we've seen, very elegant indeed. Holding her fan like that, with all the swirling ice and snow and even little flower petals around her, it looks like she's performing the most beautiful, graceful winter dance. It's simply breathtaking to look at. She is just perfection in terms of elegance and grace. Grandma gives this lovely young lady a perfect 10 out of 10. Absolutely stunning. Okay, let's see who this little one is. Ah, look at her. Isn't she just the cutest little thing, all bundled up in that animal costume? It looks like a little raccoon or maybe a tanuki outfit, complete with ears and a big tail. So adorable. She looks a bit sleepy, doesn't she? Like she'd rather be curled up taking a nap, bless her heart. But she still looks ready for action, leaping like that with the wind swirling around her. And what's that big round doll thing with her? It looks like a funny little friend. She is just too precious for words. So unique and utterly adorable in her sleepy little way. Grandma thinks she's wonderful. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this sleepy little ninja. Okay, let's see this last one, honey. Well, isn't she just a little firecracker? Bursting with energy and happiness. Look at that huge, wonderful smile. It could light up a room. Her outfit is very unique and festive, but goodness, dear, why is she covered in so many bandages? Did she get hurt playing with those fireworks? Grandma worries. I hope she's careful. Speaking of fireworks, look at them all. She's got her bow ready, and sparks are flying everywhere. She seems like she absolutely loves celebrations and making things bright and exciting. What an infectious, joyful spirit she has. Despite my worry about those bandages, her happiness is just wonderful to see. Grandma gives this little firework a 9/10. Just be safe, sweetie. Alright, let's see this last young lady. Well now, she looks very capable and resourceful. Like someone who really knows her way around the wilderness. Practical braids, a determined look in her eyes. She seems very focused. And look at her sensible outfit. Finally, someone dressed warmly and practically for being outdoors. Layers, sturdy pants, boots, fur trim. That's how you dress for an adventure, honey. Very resourceful looking. Her bow looks quite advanced, doesn't it? And she has some kind of glowing blue canister, maybe some sort of icy tool? Looks like she's quite skilled with both her bow and perhaps some technology. She seems like a real survivor, very independent and competent. Grandma is very impressed with how prepared and capable she looks. For being so resourceful, skilled, and sensibly dressed for the job, she gets a perfect 10 out of 10. Let's see who we have here. Oh, she looks very serious, doesn't she? Like a high-ranking officer or a very disciplined warrior. Very striking appearance. That dark hair, intense eyes, and what is that red mask on her head? And wings. Goodness, she has large black wings. How unusual and impressive. Her outfit looks like a formal uniform, black and white and gold. The skirt part is short, naturally, but it looks layered like it's meant for action. She looks very powerful, pointing like that with purple lightning coming from her hand. She seems incredibly focused and dedicated, but very stern. Doesn't look like she jokes around much at all. Very commanding presence. For being so unique, powerful, and disciplined, even if she is very serious, Grandma will give her an 8/10. Let's see this last lady. Oh, my goodness. She is absolutely breathtaking, truly stunning, like a queen or perhaps even a goddess, dear. Such beautiful long purple hair, woven into that intricate braid, and her eyes are very striking. She looks incredibly dignified and carries herself with such grace, though her expression is very serious, maybe even a little sad. Her outfit is just magnificent, like a beautiful, formal kimono, so elegant with the purple, white, and gold. It does show her legs with those dark stockings, but the overall look is so regal. But heavens above, is she pulling that glowing sword right out of her chest? My word, that's quite startling and incredibly magical. And look at that glowing purple ring behind her. She seems immensely powerful and mystical. She has such an air of quiet dignity and power about her. Even though she looks so serious and maybe a bit sorrowful, she is just stunningly beautiful and impressive. Grandma gives her a 9/10. Okay, let's see this last young lady. Oh, isn't she ethereal? She looks just like a princess from under the sea, or perhaps a beautiful mermaid. So very graceful and serene, with that long flowing hair and gentle expression. Her outfit has a lovely ocean theme, with the colors and flowing parts like fins or waves. But oh dear, underneath it all, it looks like another one of those skin-tight bodysuits and tights. Honey, why do they keep designing these impractical things for such elegant young women? It's far too revealing. The water magic around her is simply stunning, though. All those swirling waves and little glowing fish, it's so peaceful and beautiful to look at. She's truly lovely, like a dream, but Grandma just cannot approve of that outfit. It really takes away from her elegance. I'll give her a 7/10. She's beautiful, but the clothes are just not right. Let's see this young man. Well now, he looks like such a friendly and dependable fellow. A very warm smile and kind eyes. His messy blonde hair gives him a bit of a casual charm, doesn't it? His outfit looks very practical, sturdy, like he's ready for action or maybe to help someone out. Sensible pants and boots, and those armored pieces look protective. Holding that spear very competently too, and look at those fiery shields behind him. Looks like he knows how to defend himself and maybe others too. He just seems so approachable and reliable, honey, like the kind of young man you could really count on. Grandma likes him a lot. Friendly, capable, dependable. He gets a perfect 10 out of 10 from me. Okay, let's see this gentleman. My, oh my, he's quite the character, isn't he? Look at that long white hair, those big red horns, and that huge grin. He looks very strong and incredibly pleased with himself. Doesn't wear much of a shirt, does he, honey? Seems proud of those muscles. And goodness, he's carrying a giant spiked club. Looks like he could cause some real commotion. Is that a spirit bull behind him too? He seems like a very loud, boisterous, and confident young man. Maybe gets into a bit of friendly trouble now and then? He certainly has a lot of energy. For being so strong and full of life, even if he is rather flashy and loud, Grandma will give him a 7/10. Quite the handful, I imagine. Oh, stop it right now. Would you just look at this young man? He has fluffy doggy ears and a big bushy tail. How absolutely adorable is that? He looks so determined, bless his heart, but he has kind eyes too. Like a very loyal guard dog, ready to protect everyone. His armor looks quite sturdy and ready for action, though I do wonder why these outfits sometimes leave their tummies bare. He's got his bow ready, and look at that cute little doggy holding a banner behind him. Is that his little helper? Just precious. He seems like such a good, loyal boy. You just want to give him a pat on the head. For being so utterly adorable and looking so loyal and dependable, Grandma gives this sweet doggy boy a perfect 10 out of 10. Okay, let's have a look at this young woman. My, she is very striking, isn't she? Incredibly beautiful with that long white braid and piercing eyes. But goodness, she looks so cold, honey. Like an ice queen. Her expression is very distant, hardly any emotion there at all. Very elegant, yes, but not warm or inviting in the slightest. And her outfit, dear me. It's another one of those skin-tight bodysuit things. It has some lovely flowing parts, but underneath it's just, well, far too revealing for my taste, especially for someone who looks so formal otherwise. The ice magic around her is quite beautiful, and that spirit floating behind her looks very graceful, but it all just adds to the cold feeling. She's like a beautiful ice sculpture, but not very approachable. Because of the revealing outfit and how very cold and distant she seems, Grandma will give her a 6/10. Such beauty, but needs a warm sweater and a smile. Goodness me, would you look at her? She looks like a beautiful opera singer, doesn't she? Absolutely stunning, so elegant and graceful. Her hair is done up so formally with that intricate headdress, and she has such a poised, gentle expression. Looks like a true professional performer. And her costume, it's magnificent, like traditional Chinese opera attire, perhaps? So many beautiful details, lovely colors, and perfectly modest and elegant. Just gorgeous. Holding her spear so gracefully, almost like a prop in a dance, and those golden flags appearing behind her. It's wonderfully theatrical and very impressive. She seems like such a dedicated and talented artist. Grandma is absolutely charmed. For being so incredibly elegant, graceful, and looking like such a dedicated traditional performer, she gets a perfect 10 out of 10. Breathtaking. Alright, sweetie, let's see this lady. Well, isn't she just beautiful? Very elegant, with that lovely pink hair and pretty purple eyes. She has a little smile, but it looks rather sly, doesn't it? Like she knows a secret or enjoys a bit of teasing. Her outfit looks like beautiful traditional robes, perhaps for a priestess at a shrine? Very graceful with the flowing sleeves and the big bow, but quite revealing on the sides and legs there, like many of these outfits. And look at the beautiful magic around her, cherry blossoms, purple lightning, and little spirit foxes. It's all very mystical and enchanting to look at. She seems very graceful and confident, maybe a little mischievous too. She's certainly captivating. For being so beautiful and mystical, even if she seems a little bit sly, Grandma will give her an 8/10. Quite the enchanting lady. Let's see this young gentleman. Oh my, he is certainly the picture of elegance, isn't he? Very distinguished. Quite handsome, with that light blue hair. It reminds me of that lovely young lady we saw earlier, Ayaka. He has a very calm, composed smile, looks very intelligent and perhaps quite clever. And he's dressed impeccably. That beautiful white and blue outfit looks very sharp and formal, and nice practical pants and boots too. Very proper. Look how gracefully he holds that sword made of water, with all the beautiful swirling water and glowing flowers around him. It's quite a display. He seems very skilled and sophisticated, perhaps a leader or a strategist. He's wonderfully put together and very graceful. Grandma is very impressed. Let's give this elegant young man a 9/10. Let's see this last one, honey. Ooh, she looks very sleek and mysterious. Quite beautiful, with that dark hair and sharp eyes. She's got that confident little smirk, too. Seems like she knows more than she's telling. Makes her seem very clever, but maybe also a little bit dangerous. Her outfit is very modern and form-fitting, with that fancy jacket worn off the shoulders. It covers more skin than some of those other surprising outfits we've seen, thankfully. And look at that bright blue energy swirling around her, forming those sharp diamond shapes. Looks very controlled and precise. She seems incredibly capable and intelligent, perhaps like a spy or someone who works in secrets. Very alluring, but you get the feeling you'd have to watch your step around her. For being so cool, confident, and mysterious, Grandma gives her an 8/10. Alright, let's see this young lady. Ooh, she looks like a little ninja. Very agile. Such vibrant green hair, and pretty eyes hiding behind that mask. Why does she wear a mask, I wonder? Makes her seem very mysterious. Her outfit looks like something for action, practical in parts but still showing her tummy and legs. Seems to be the style. She's holding a little dagger and has those purple lightning ribbons swirling all around her. She looks very quick and skilled, like she really knows what she's doing, even if you can't quite tell what she's thinking behind that mask. Very capable and mysterious. Grandma will give this speedy little ninja an 8/10. Okay, sweetie, let's have a look at this young man. Well, he looks like a very bright and energetic fellow. Maybe a bit of a clever clogs? He's got that confident look in his eye, like he enjoys solving puzzles. Perhaps he's a detective? His outfit is certainly unique. Part uniform, part something else entirely with those loose shorts and sandals, and one arm bare. An interesting style choice, but it looks like he can move easily in it. Look at him leaping into action there, with all that wind swirling around him. He seems very quick on his feet and quick in the mind too. A real sharp young man. Grandma likes his energy and bright expression. Let's give this clever young man a 9/10. Okay, let's have a look at this young lady. Oh, she looks like a sweet little forest ranger, doesn't she? Very pretty with her green hair and lovely eyes. She seems a little bit shy, perhaps, but has a very kind and hopeful look about her. Her outfit looks very sensible for being out in nature, nice and modest too. And look, she has her bow ready. Who are her little friends? That little green cat-like creature is quite cute, and that bigger green spirit behind her looks very magical. Like little forest helpers. She seems like such a sweet, good kid, maybe just needs a little encouragement. Very endearing. Grandma thinks she's lovely. Let's give her a 9/10. Okay, let's see this young man. My goodness, look at those ears. Like a big desert fox or something similar, very striking indeed. He looks very intelligent and focused, doesn't he? Perhaps a bit serious, like a dedicated scholar or scientist studying plants. His outfit looks quite practical for that kind of work too, sensible boots and pants, nice and modest. And look at all the green vines and glowing flowers or seed pods around him. He must have some kind of plant magic or know an awful lot about botany. He seems very knowledgeable and competent, though maybe not the smiliest fellow we've seen. He's very unique and certainly looks smart. Grandma will give this knowledgeable young man with the impressive ears an 8/10. Well, take a look at this flashy little character. She looks like a little genie popped right out of a lamp. Very colorful, with that bright pink hair and those sunglasses pushed up on her hat. She has quite the cheeky grin, doesn't she? Looks like she might be thinking about money, haha. Her outfit is certainly unique, like something from a storybook, with those puffy purple pants. Nice and modest, though. And what's that big pink genie lamp floating beside her with the funny face? That's quite something. She seems like a very energetic little businesswoman, full of schemes and maybe loves treasure. Such a unique style and personality. Grandma will give this flashy little genie an 8/10. Quite the character. Ah yes, this striking warrior princess again. Grandma remembers her, the one with the beautiful dark hair and skin, and those amazing eyes, one blue and one gold. Holding her spear and shield, looking so strong and protective with all that water swirling around. A very impressive and beautiful young woman. I believe I gave her a 9/10, didn't I, honey? Very capable looking. He's quite fearsome, isn't he, honey? With that big jackal helmet on his head, like Anubis from those Egyptian stories. Very striking, but definitely intimidating. His outfit has that same theme, though like many of these young people, quite revealing in places. And look at those giant purple claws made of energy. And the lightning, he looks incredibly powerful, ready to strike. Seems like a very serious warrior, perhaps some kind of ancient judge or guardian? Not someone you'd want to get on the wrong side of. He's very impressive, power-wise, but honestly, dear, he looks rather scary. A bit too intimidating for Grandma's taste. Let's give him a 6/10. Powerful, yes, but quite fearsome. Oh my, isn't she just lovely? Like a beautiful flower blooming on the water. What vibrant red hair, and such a sweet, gentle, happy smile. She looks like she truly loves to dance. Her costume is absolutely beautiful, dear. So flowy and elegant with the blues and golds, perfect for a dancer. Yes, it shows her tummy and legs, but for a performance costume like this, it looks just right. And look at her dancing on that water lily, with all the swirling water and bubbles around her. It's simply enchanting to watch. She moves with such incredible grace. She's just pure beauty and joy. Absolutely captivating. Grandma thinks she's wonderful. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this graceful dancer. Oh, my goodness. What an absolutely enchanting little girl. She looks like a tiny little nature spirit or a wise fairy. So serene and gentle looking, with those bright green eyes and pretty white hair, and little pointy ears too. Her sweet white and green dress looks just perfect on her, very modest and fitting. And look at all the beautiful green magic around her. Vines, glowing leaves, like she's inside a magical forest dome. It's simply breathtaking. She seems so calm and wise for someone so small. She's just purely magical and gentle. Grandma thinks she's absolutely precious. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this little nature spirit. Ah, yes, I remember this lovely young lady. The one who looked like she desperately needed a good night's sleep, bless her heart. Very elegant, with that pretty dark blue hair and the beautiful starry bubble she was sitting in. She just looked so tired and worried, though. Like a student who'd been studying far too hard. Such a pretty girl, just worn out. I believe Grandma gave her an 8/10, didn't I, honey? Hope she's managed to get some rest since we last saw her. Okay, let's see this young lady. My, she looks like a very smart cookie. Perhaps a teacher or a scholar? Very pretty hair color, and she has a very confident, intelligent look in her eyes. Maybe like she knows she's right. Her outfit is quite unique and stylish, with all those patterns. It covers her up fairly well too, which is nice for a change. And look at all those glowing shapes floating around her, triangles and cubes. Looks like very complicated and precise magic, doesn't it? She seems incredibly knowledgeable, very competent, but maybe just a little bit strict? Like a sharp teacher you respect. For looking so smart and having such a unique style, Grandma gives her an 8/10. Okay, let's see this young man. My, he looks like he's floating on air. He's a handsome fellow, with that dark blue hair and striking eyes. But why such a grumpy face, honey? He looks quite cross, maybe even a little arrogant? Not a very welcoming expression at all. His outfit is quite elaborate, blue and white, with those big sleeves. And shorts again. I suppose it's the style these days? All that swirling wind around him looks very powerful, like he can fly. That's impressive. But that unhappy look on his face really brings things down. You catch more flies with honey than vinegar, as they say. Because he looks so cross and unwelcoming, Grandma will give him a 6/10. Needs to cheer up a bit. Okay, let's see this gentleman. Well now, he looks like a very intelligent and composed young man, doesn't he? Very sharp, quite handsome with that striking hair and those intense eyes, though he looks very serious, perhaps lost in thought. His outfit is very unique and stylish, quite elaborate with all those layers and the fancy cape piece. Looks like good quality, and sensible pants and boots too. And look at that amazing magic. All those glowing green crystals or leaves forming patterns around him. Looks very complex and powerful. He seems very knowledgeable and confident, maybe a scholar or someone very important. A very impressive and intelligent young man. Grandma gives him a 9/10. Oh my goodness. Will you look at this absolute darling? Isn't she just the sweetest little thing? Such a cheerful little face, and her hair up in those buns with the little bells is just precious. Her green and brown outfit is adorable, very practical and perfectly modest for a little girl running around. And look at that giant cuddly bunny she's holding. And the little green bunny spirits floating around her. How utterly whimsical and cute is that? She looks like she just loves animals and helping people out. She is just pure sweetness from head to toe. Absolutely adorable. Grandma gives this little sweetheart a perfect 10 out of 10. Just precious. Let's see this lady. Wowee. Now she looks like one fierce lioness. Absolutely stunning, with that beautiful dark skin, golden eyes, and that incredible fiery hair. And she has little cat ears too. Very striking. She looks incredibly strong and confident, doesn't she? Her outfit is certainly very bold. Shows off her muscles, designed for action in a hot place, I imagine, but quite revealing. And look at all that fire behind her, like fiery wings. So powerful and intense. She seems like she would be fiercely protective, but definitely not someone you'd want to get on the wrong side of. What a powerful presence. Grandma will give this fiery warrior an 8/10. Very impressive. Let's see this young man. Well now, he looks like a very polite and earnest young fellow. Quite studious, holding that big book. He seems maybe a little bit nervous or shy, doesn't he, dear? But very sincere looking. His outfit looks like a practical uniform, sensible for working outdoors perhaps, maybe mapping or surveying. It covers him up nicely too. And he has some gentle frosty-looking energy swirling around him. He seems like such a good, diligent boy, perhaps just needs a little boost of confidence. Very endearing. Grandma likes his earnestness. Let's give this polite young scholar a 9/10. Let's see this gentleman. Oh, he looks very elegant, doesn't he? Like a scholar or perhaps a doctor, very refined. He has a kind, gentle smile and those lovely golden eyes, but maybe looks a little frail or tired, poor thing. His green hair is certainly unique. His outfit is quite elaborate and looks mostly modest, apart from showing his tummy, that is. But, oh goodness gracious. Is that a snake wrapped around his neck? My word. Grandma does not like snakes, honey, not one bit. Is that thing real? It gives me the shivers just looking at it. The green energy around him looks quite gentle. Maybe he uses nature magic or healing? He seems like a kind person, truly, but that snake is just too much for me, and he looks like he could use a bit of rest himself. Because of the snake and looking so frail, I have to give him a 6/10. Such a shame about the snake. Let's see this young man. Oh, he looks like a very creative soul. An artist or an architect, perhaps? Very handsome, with that bright blonde hair and intense reddish eyes. He looks incredibly passionate about whatever he's doing, maybe even a little bit stressed or dramatic about it. His outfit is quite unique and very elegant. I love that flowing cape with the blue and green. And he's dressed very properly too, nice and modest. And what's that he's carrying? A fancy golden briefcase? With glowing blueprints floating around him. He must be very clever indeed. He seems like a very passionate and creative young man, puts his whole heart into his work. Grandma thinks he's quite impressive. Let's give him a 9/10. Goodness gracious, look here. Another kitty cat girl, and this one has 2 tails, honey. How absolutely adorable and special. She has such a sweet, friendly smile and pretty eyes. Looks like a very cheerful and reliable young lady. Her outfit looks quite practical too. Maybe she delivers packages for a living? Very neat and sensible. And look at that cute green cat face shield behind her, with the little green boxes floating around. Isn't that just precious? Like little magic delivery boxes. She just seems like the sweetest, most cheerful helper you could ask for. Absolutely darling from her cute ears to her 2 fluffy tails. Grandma thinks she's perfect. A definite 10 out of 10 for this adorable kitty. Okay, let's see this little one. Ah, another kitty cat girl. So many adorable animal ears and tails today. She looks very sweet, but also quite serious and composed, doesn't she, honey? Like a little professional. Her outfit looks like a cute little magician's assistant costume, quite proper and fitting. And look at that magic trick. A big kitty face popping out of a top hat. How whimsical and fun is that? She seems very graceful, but very quiet and reserved. Doesn't show much emotion on her little face. She is incredibly cute, though. For being such an adorable kitty magician, even if she is very serious about it, Grandma gives her an 8/10. Well, abracadabra, look at this charming young man. He looks like a wonderful stage magician. So handsome and confident, with that playful wink and big smile. He certainly knows how to work a crowd, doesn't he? Dressed perfectly for the part too, with his top hat and fancy magician suit. The shorts over tights must be part of the act. And look there, a little black cat popping out of another top hat. How delightful, just like that other serious little kitty girl we saw. Maybe they work together? He seems like he just loves to entertain and put on a dazzling show for everyone. What a charismatic performer. Grandma is quite charmed. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this fantastic magician. Presto. Let's see this young fellow. Oh, he looks like a very quiet and gentle soul. Very fair hair and eyes, but he looks quite serious, maybe even a little sad or lost in his own world. Doesn't seem like much of a talker. His outfit looks sensible and practical, nice and warm. He's carrying a rather large sword, which seems surprising for his gentle appearance. But oh my goodness, look! He has a little clockwork penguin with him. Isn't that just the most adorable little companion you've ever seen? How precious! He seems like a very quiet, maybe introverted young man. That sweet little penguin really adds to his charm, though. For being such a gentle soul with that absolutely darling penguin friend, even if he looks a bit melancholic, Grandma gives him an 8/10. Goodness me. Well, now this gentleman looks incredibly important and distinguished. Like a high judge or maybe even royalty. So elegant, with that long silver hair and those very wise, serious blue eyes. And look at how impeccably he's dressed. That formal blue and white coat is just magnificent, perfectly tailored and very proper. But my word, look at the power. All that water swirling around him like a giant, beautiful fountain or waterfall. It's absolutely spectacular and looks immensely powerful, yet he seems so calm and in control. He carries himself with such dignity and authority. Truly a majestic and impressive figure. Grandma is very impressed indeed. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this regal gentleman. Alright, let's take a look at this gentleman. Well, he certainly looks like he means business. Very serious and composed. Quite handsome, with that dark hair and sharp blue eyes. Looks very confident and in control of the situation. And he's dressed so impeccably. That suit or uniform looks very sharp, well-tailored, and perfectly appropriate. Finally, someone dressing warmly again. My goodness, look at all that ice exploding around him. Very powerful and forceful. And he's wearing those heavy metal gloves. Does he fight with those? How unusual. He seems like a very capable, no-nonsense sort of man. Very impressive. Grandma likes a man who looks like he knows what he's doing. Let's give this sharp gentleman a 9/10. Okay, let's see this young lady. Well, doesn't she look like an enthusiastic young reporter, ready to get the scoop? So full of energy, pretty pink hair, bright eyes, and such a determined, eager expression on her face. Her little red and black outfit looks very smart, like a reporter's uniform, complete with a cute hat. The skirt is on the short side, but it looks practical enough for chasing down a story. And she's holding some kind of camera box there, with all those little newsy symbols floating around her. Speech bubbles and thumbs up. How very modern and clever. She seems so passionate about her work. Grandma loves that kind of enthusiasm and dedication. For being such a bright, energetic, and dedicated young reporter, she gets a perfect 10 out of 10. Go get that story, dear. Well, hello there. This young lady certainly knows how to make an entrance. Quite the drama queen, isn't she? Very striking look, with that white and blue hair and those mismatched eyes, one light, one dark. She looks incredibly confident, perhaps even a little bit bratty or like she loves being the center of attention. Her outfit is very fancy, like something for a grand performance, maybe a conductor or royalty. It covers her up well enough. And my goodness, look at all that spectacular water and bubbles swirling around her. She's putting on quite the show. She definitely has energy and flair, but maybe she's a little too dramatic for Grandma's taste? For putting on such an amazing spectacle, even if she seems like a bit of a handful, let's give her a 7/10. Quite the performer. Well, look at this fashionable young lady. Isn't she just the picture of style? So elegant, beautiful blonde hair, a confident smile, and that fancy hat. Her outfit looks like something out of a lovely old photograph, very sophisticated with the black and gold and ruffles. And she's carrying, is that a fancy parasol? Or, my goodness, it looks like a giant, ornate cannon folded up like an umbrella. How absolutely extraordinary. What a surprise. And surrounded by golden roses too. She looks very confident and stylish, like she enjoys the finer things but can certainly handle herself. What a unique combination. Grandma gives this fashionable lady with the surprising umbrella a 9/10. Okay, let's see this young lady. Well, she looks like a very disciplined soldier, doesn't she? Very serious and focused on her duty. Pretty purple hair and sharp eyes, and another eye patch. It must be very common where these folks come from. Her uniform looks very sharp and official, red, black, and gold with that proper hat. The shorts are part of the uniform look, I suppose, but overall it seems quite professional. And she's holding a rifle. Very different from all the swords and bows. She looks like she's taking careful aim, a real marksman. Seems very competent and professional, someone you could rely on. A very impressive and capable young woman. Grandma gives this serious soldier a 9/10. Let's see this last young man. Oh, what fun! He looks like he's doing one of those exciting lion dances. Look at that huge, joyful smile. He looks absolutely thrilled to be performing, just bursting with energy. His outfit looks perfect for it too, festive and traditional, but easy to move in. Holding up that colorful lion head, and he has a little lion cub friend too. With all the fiery effects swirling around, what a wonderful celebration. He just radiates pure happiness and enthusiasm. Grandma loves his spirit. He's just pure fun. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this joyful young performer. Okay, let's see this lady. Oh my, isn't she elegant? Like a graceful crane, just beautiful. She looks very wise and serene, honey. Such lovely dark hair with the green highlights, and those pretty eyes behind her glasses, looks very intelligent. She has a kind, gentle smile too. Her outfit is incredibly sophisticated. Very sleek and stylish, and those flowing sleeves and back piece are just gorgeous, like wings made of clouds. It is quite form-fitting through the legs, but the overall effect is so graceful. And look at that beautiful teal wind swirling around her, with little bird shapes. So magical and elegant, she just carries herself with such poise and calm confidence. Absolutely magnificent. Grandma thinks she's just wonderful. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this elegant and wise lady. Well now, look at this stylish young lady. Isn't she the picture of fashion? Like a talented designer. So elegant and sharp. Her hair is styled beautifully, and she has such a confident, focused look. Like she has very high standards and knows exactly what she's doing. And her outfit is just stunning, dear. Like a beautiful, modern take on a traditional kimono, perhaps? The colors and patterns are lovely, and it's nice and modest too. Just impeccable taste. Holding those little swords or maybe large needles so precisely, with all that beautiful golden fabric swirling around her like ribbons, very artistic and skillful. She seems incredibly talented and carries herself with such elegance. Just perfectly put together. Grandma is very impressed. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this stylish and talented lady. Oh, my goodness. This one looks truly fearsome, honey. Not someone I'd like to meet. Very striking, I suppose, with the white and black hair, but those eyes. Red with black crosses? They're quite unsettling, dear. And her expression is so cold, so severe, maybe even cruel looking. She's dressed very formally, yes, in that sharp suit. But look at those enormous wings behind her. They look sharp and dangerous, not soft like angel wings. And the red energy and claws. She looks like she could be quite destructive. She has a very powerful and intimidating presence, but absolutely no warmth at all. Seems like she could be a real villain. I'm sorry, sweetie, but Grandma finds her quite scary. Let's give her a 3/10. Brr. Okay, honey, let's see this last one. My, she looks very sharp and intense. Very elegant posture, but with such a serious, focused expression. Doesn't look like someone you'd want to cross. Her outfit is quite stylish and elaborate, dark blue and black. It is quite revealing with those high leg slits, though, seems common with these action ladies. And look, she has both a sword and a pistol. Ready for anything, I suppose. With all that sharp purple lightning exploding around her like shattered glass. Very dramatic and quite intimidating. She looks incredibly skilled and competent, but very serious and perhaps a bit ruthless. Makes Grandma a little nervous. For being so skilled and stylish, even if she is rather intimidating, let's give her a 7/10. Alright, let's have a look at this young man. He looks like quite the adventurer. Very handsome, with that striking dark hair and those interesting eyes. He has a very confident smile, doesn't he? Maybe a little bit mischievous too, like he enjoys exploring. His outfit is very unique, looks like something for traveling in warm, faraway places. Quite stylish, even if it shows a bit of shoulder. And look at that. Is he drawing back a bow made of pure purple energy? How remarkable and powerful. He seems like a real free spirit, full of confidence and ready for adventure. Very charming. Grandma gives this adventurous young man a 9/10. Oh my goodness, would you look at this little creature? Isn't she just the most unusual and adorable thing? Like a little bunny nurse, perhaps, with those long floppy ears. Such a cheerful expression and bright eyes. Her little blue and white uniform looks very sweet and quite proper too. And what is she holding? It looks like a giant toy syringe. Maybe it shoots healing water? Look at all those pretty bubbles floating around her, with little hearts and plus signs. It looks like she's here to make everyone feel better. She just seems full of cheerful, healing energy. Absolutely precious and unique. Grandma gives this little helper a perfect 10 out of 10. Just darling. Okay, let's have a look at this young lady. Oh, isn't she sophisticated? Just the picture of elegance. Very pretty, with that stylish hair and those smart glasses. Looks quite intelligent. She has a very calm and professional air about her. Her dress is absolutely beautiful, dear. So fashionable with the green and white, very chic. And it's quite modest too, which is nice to see. Just lovely details all around. And look at all the pretty flowers and green energy swirling around her. Is she perhaps a perfumer, working with scents and flowers? It's a beautiful effect. She seems very refined and carries herself with such grace. Just perfectly elegant and put together. Grandma is very impressed. She gets a perfect 10 out of 10. Let's see this little one. Oh my goodness, what a bundle of energy. Zipping along on that funny contraption. Isn't she adorable? With those cute little animal ears and that big happy grin. She looks ready for adventure. Her outfit looks nice and practical too, perfect for running around or maybe working on machines. And that scooter thing she's riding. It looks like a little animal face. How creative. Did she build that herself? With all those golden sparks flying around her, she's just full of life. What an absolute delight. So cheerful and adventurous. Grandma loves her energy. A perfect 10 out of 10 for this little spark plug. Alright, let's see who this is. Wowie, hang 10. She looks like a real surfer girl, full of energy. Isn't she having a blast? That huge grin, sticking her tongue out. She looks like she loves adventure and maybe a little bit of wild fun. Her hair looks like the ocean waves too. She's certainly dressed for the water, dear, in that little bikini top and shorts. Makes sense if you're riding. Goodness gracious, is that a mechanical shark surfboard? My word, how exciting and maybe a little bit dangerous. Look at all that water splashing up. She seems like a real thrill seeker who just loves the sun and the waves. For all that amazing energy and fun spirit, Grandma gives her an 8/10. Surf's up, sweetie. Let's see this young man. Oh my goodness. What is all this? It looks like pixels? From one of those old computer games. How very strange. He looks like a very energetic young man, though. Very determined expression on his face, ready for action. His outfit seems practical enough for all that leaping about. But that magic. It's all blocky and pixelated, forming wings and energy blasts. I've never seen anything quite like it, dear. Is he from inside a computer? Very modern and unusual. He certainly has a unique style and lots of energy. For being so energetic and having such fascinating, strange powers, Grandma will give him an 8/10. Quite the futuristic fellow. Goodness me, well, she's certainly flashy. Like a glamorous jungle cat stepping out on stage. She's a very pretty young woman, yes, with that voluminous blonde hair and those cute wildcat ears and tail. And a very confident smile too. But my stars, honey, her outfit. There's barely anything there. That tiny little top and those itty-bitty shorts. Goodness gracious, that is just far, far too revealing. It doesn't leave anything to the imagination. All those flashy lights around her certainly grab your attention too. She's beautiful and confident, yes, but Grandma simply cannot approve of an outfit that revealing, dear. It's just not proper. I'm sorry, sweetie, but I'll have to give her a 4/10, mostly because those clothes are just too much. Alright, let's see this young lady. My goodness, she looks like she's ready to race off somewhere very fast. Quite the confident look on her face. Very energetic and maybe a little bit rebellious. Her outfit is certainly very bold and flashy, honey, but extremely revealing. Showing off her tummy and legs like that seems very common with these adventurous types. And look at that futuristic motorcycle or hoverbike she's sitting on. It looks incredibly fast, with all those colorful speed lines swirling around her. She seems like a real thrill seeker who loves excitement. She definitely has confidence and a flashy style. Even though the outfit is far too revealing for Grandma's liking, her energy is something else. Let's give her a 7/10. Quite the speedster. Alright, let's take a look at this young man. Well, he looks very cool and modern, doesn't he? Quite stylish. Nice dark hair with those blue streaks, and a very focused, confident look in his eyes. His outfit looks practical for action, sensible pants and jacket, and that blue scarf adds a nice touch. Ready for anything, and look at that interesting glowing device he's holding, with all that sharp blue and yellow energy swirling around him. Looks very high-tech and powerful. He seems very capable and sure of himself. A very cool and competent young man. Grandma gives him a 9/10. Alright, let's have a look at this young lady. Well, she looks like she stepped right out of the future. Like a pop star from a science fiction movie, perhaps? Very bright pink hair and eyes, and full of energy. Her outfit is certainly very flashy and modern. Quite revealing though, dear, showing her tummy and legs like that. Wearing big headphones too, so maybe she loves loud music? And look at that big energy bubble around her. Looks like sound waves or some kind of high-tech shield. Very eye-catching. She seems like a lot of fun, very energetic. A bit too flashy and revealing for Grandma's taste, but she certainly has spirit. Let's give her a 7/10. Quite the futuristic pop star. Oh, my heavens! What do we have here, sweetie? Let Grandma take a look. Well, isn't she something? That bright red hair is certainly eye-catching, dear. And that outfit, goodness gracious, it's just, well, it doesn't leave much to the imagination, does it? Showing all that skin, and those little shorts and boots. And what in the world is she sitting on? Is that one of those noisy motorcycles? And all that fire and commotion around her. Oh dear, that looks terribly unsafe. A young lady should be careful, not zooming around on a thing like that with fire everywhere. What if she gets hurt? She looks very flashy. Not like a nice, quiet girl you'd bring home for Sunday dinner. She looks like she's always looking for trouble. Let's see. Giving a score. Based on how a nice young lady should present herself. That outfit is quite something, and that motorcycle looks dangerous. Grandma's going to give this one a 3. She looks like a sweet girl under all that fire, but that get-up and that vehicle. Just too much, dear. Too much. Be careful, sweetie.